Let's say you just opened door 53, you walk in the room, and then you want to go to the next door, but then you see these two doors, and it says 53 and 54, and they're right next to each other. So if you know how to count, then you would know that 54 comes after 53. So if you see those doors, you go to the one after the room you were just in. So like, if you were in room 53, you go to room 54. If you're in room 69, you go to room 70, so on and so on. And if you know you're going to forget, make sure you look at the door numbers before you cruise through the rooms, because you can get duped unexpectedly and you may have forgotten the doors. But I have a trick to help that. If you get close enough to a door, you can actually hear a low growling sound coming from the door. And if you hear a low growling sound from the door, it's dupe. Here, I'll show you an example. Screech is another entity which can appear at any time throughout your run, but it mainly appears in dark places. That is why it is very important to have a light source through your doors, so it reduces the chance of getting bitten by some black thing. Screech will make a psst noise, and if you hear that noise, you have to quickly look around the room, and if you find Screech, look it in the eyes and Screech will go away. I'm gonna switch back to my voice because Figure is probably the hardest entity you're gonna have to face in your run. Now for the new players, you're gonna have to listen to this very carefully. Like everyone has been saying, I will say the same thing. You have to be very quiet. The first thing that you need to know is, you need to be crouching at all times. If you walk around, he will hear that and he'll start chasing you. The second thing you need to look out for is books. See in the clip, I just picked up a book. These books are your ticket to get out of this room. There are a total of 8 books that you need to collect. And in the 8 books, there will be 5 special digits, which is a code to unlock the padlock on door 51. In order for you to find the order of the code, you have to go to this table, which I'm going to right now. This contains the order of the codes. In every book that you collect, there will be a shape and a number. Now, the shapes that you see in the books and the shapes you see in the paper represent the order of the 5-digit code. So say you have a book and it's a square and the number is 8. Now you look on the paper, this is an example, look on the paper, you see a square and it has a Roman numeral 3 on top of it. So that means you know that the number 8 will be the 3rd digit of the 5-digit code. So on and so. Here, I'll move my screen to the right so I can show you what I mean. So at the bottom here, every time you collect a book, this will come out. So you can see that there's a shape and then it will equal to a number. So on the code, I can see that X is equal to 1, meaning that 1 is the 4th digit of the code, and 8 is a hexagon. So 8 is the 3rd digit of the code. But there is a small problem. Hiding in closets will not work like it does on Rush. In this one, however, Figure will actually inspect the closets, and you have to play a minigame whenever he comes to the closet. Since his hearing is so good, you will then have to play a minigame where you have to maintain your heartbeat, otherwise you will die. Eventually you will get all the books, so what you have to do is you have to put the corresponding numbers to the corresponding shapes on the sheet of paper. You put that in the padlock and there you go, you've gotten past door 50. If you can't remember the code, what you have to do, you just type in the code that you got into the Roblox chat bar, then you can just look at it and there you have it, you've escaped door 50. Well, that brings us to the end of the guide. Hope you enjoyed this episode 2 of the Doors guide. I'll be leaving Doors 100 and the greenhouse in a special episode of the Doors guide before, the new update comes out for floor 2. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.